This is Pepper Jack Hawk. Once again, welcome to the studio. This is the new studio. We're here, moving in, we're getting everything unpacked. But let me ask a question. What are books that got you into reading? What is something that grabbed your attention? 'Cause for me, there's quite a few books. Now, every time I'm getting more and more. But, we've got to start with the beginning. And nothing speaks the beginning like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Fifth grade is when I discovered this. Fifth grade is when I stayed up all night to finish this because I was sucked in. This was a different world. It was so good. This copy's abused, but it it's been through the ringer. It's a great book, great series, and movie, TV shows. You could talk all days about these, but if you're new to this, you don't know Harry Potter, maybe read it. It's not as bad as people say or people would have you believe. Um, Let me just read the back. This is how we do stuff, I think. Harry Potter has never played a sport while flying on a broomstick. He's never worn a cloak of invisibility, befriended a giant, or Dursleys. His horrible aunt. Oh, wait. Or helped to hatch a dragon. All Harry knows is a miserable life with the Dursleys. His horrible aunt and uncle and their abominable son, like the abominable snowman. Dudley. Harry's room is a tiny closet on the front of the foot of the stairs, and he hasn't had a birthday party in 11 years. He's 11. But all that is about to change when a mysterious letter arrives by now messenger. Letter with an invitation to a wonderful place he's never dreamed existed. There he finds not only friends, aerial sports, magic around every corner, but a great destiny that has been waiting him. Harry can survive the encounter. This book can keep you up late. It is amazing what is in these pages. And there's 6 more books. There's a play. There's movies, TV shows. I told you, there's the whole world. There's some side series too. And there's like fable lore. There's a world within a world. This is a universe. This Harry Potter series. I think mine when I read it in 5th grade was a hardshell copy, but that is the first book I was ever into. I dreamed about that. I was at Hogwarts with the crew, Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Grangers. We were befriended, going on adventures. There was Draco, Neville. It's just a great series, a world that is just magical and I would say appropriate for, I don't want to say all ages, but quite a bit of them. Ignore outside stuff, read this, let your kid read it. If they're old enough to read. Maybe 5th grade is the youngest. I don't know. I'm no expert, but I love it. Okay. Another book that got me into reading. And this is a chonker because this is the whole first series. Apparently, got it at the thrift store or something. But I have lots of love for Terry Brooks and the Sword of Shadow. It's the first trilogy. I do own a lot of these books. This was epic fantasy. Lord of the Rings should be in this box that I'm pulling books out of. I need to find my copy. But we're back to it. If Harry Potter has given you a thirst for fantasy, you have not discovered the magic of Terry Brooks. You're in for a treat. Rocky Mountain News said that. Let's see. This has a trilogy in it, so it's the first 3 books. Now, people say The Sword of Shadow is just ripping off J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Maybe similarities, but Tolkien opened up a world. He's the godfather of fantasy, modern fantasy, like trolls, dragons, dwarfs, elves, giants, orcs, the works, sword fights that are not Middle Ages. This is what that is. Instead of a ring, you have a sword. And then the rest of the series, this is the only one that completely people say ripped it off. I love this book, love the series. Now, the sequel series that follows, some of the best work ever. Heritage of Shannara, I believe that one is. You fall in love with characters, the world, the lore, everything. I can't tell you enough. This universe in the Shannara world is crazy good. Like, it has everything: battle, fights, life or death scenarios, good versus evil, stuff that we thrive. Like, I want to experience those. You can experience that in this series. Get over the fact that it's maybe too closely related to Lord of the Rings. What isn't? What isn't if you use trolls, dragons, orcs, dwarfs, elves, stuff like that, giants? What isn't going to go back to Lord of the Rings? This is a great series. And you can skip that. There is a prequel to this one, The First King of Shannara, I believe. You can skip that. You can go straight to the Elfstones. I believe that's the third one. Or second one, I mean. So it's the Elfstones and the Wishsong. You can go straight to the Elfstones. It is fantasy at its top tier. Like, it's good. So next, I'm gonna get into more modern reads, like my favorite stuff. So that one, just a second. Let's go to John Gwynne. Now, John Gwynne took me a while to get into, but boy, let me tell you, these books. There's a third series, and he's writing a new one. They're coming. I've had this one long time, didn't read it. Read this when I first got it because that gorgeous old dragon on the cover. What is not to like about Vikings? I think he studied a lot of Beowulf to create this world. It's a Viking world based off of like Beowulf. It's wonderful fight scenes, great characters. I don't know why some people can't get into it. And then if you look at this is like King Lear or Macbeth or something, but like swords, like, medieval stuff, like witches and battles and crusades. There is characters aplenty in these. POV switching, maybe that's not your thing, but I learned to love the POV switching. Some characters, maybe I didn't like as much, but majority, it progressed the story, it added something different. John Gwynne knows how to write battles. John Gwynne has really, really stepped up the level that I look for when I read fantasy. John Gwynne, his son's have a YouTube channel. I think he's trying to. Ready for that new book to come out. Oh, Terry Brooks has a new book, but I think it was co-written by someone. But either way, you want the Crusades, you want Viking stuff, you can pick these up, give them a chance. This is a 4-book series. You probably get 50% into this book before you really know what's going on and you're invested in stuff. This one, you get invested once you're introduced to the point of views, I believe. It's good stuff. There's dragons and gods in this. There's men, giants, angels and demons and stuff. There's craziness going on in these books. And John Gwynne, amazing author, just amazing, incredible. That brings us to more recent reads. So, showed you a book by Jed Hern last time I think we talked. Well, this is really good stuff. I think you could be a young reader and read this. It's called Kingdom of Dragons by Jed Hearn. You've got Ranger over here. No, Ranger right there. Outcast or someone trying to become a ranger. You got dragons. You've got kind of like Harry Potter. I mean, it's middle. It feels middle grade. It's really well written. I think you could introduce this to your kid. There is a little bit of violence, but I wouldn't say it's dark or it's violence as like Lord of the Rings, Shannara, John Gwynn stuff. It's very good, and I mean, it's a beautiful book. Like, let's see. Oh, there is Jed Hearn, the legend himself. Like, it's a beautiful book. I think there was a couple of like illustrations in here, but this is a relatively new like book. Like, if you're gonna get into dragons and more of fantasy, maybe you start here. Maybe you start with something like Harry Potter. I mean, maybe you go to Lord of the Rings, Terry Brooks. You can start with John Gwynn. But any of these would get you. This is the first book. I don't know how many more there will be. He is writing the second one, as far as I know. But, a dragon rider chasing vengeance, a spy on a crusade of destruction, and two nations on the brink of war. Zora has dreamed of revenge ever since a sun warning killed her father. When she saves a town from bandits alongside her fellow rangers and discovers the Dragon Age, she might finally get her chance. After dragons killed Rovin's best friend, he vows to destroy them all, apprenticing himself to the Sun Warden. He steals an egg and infiltrates Algium, the floating city of dragon riders, to destroy it from within. But as Zora and Rovin train their dragons, master new magic, and grow closer together, they will question everything they once knew. When the chances come to take their vengeance, how will they deal with the weight of their past? Like, this guy knows how to write fantasy. The other book I showed you, Plotting Your Fantasy, he showed you how to write your own fantasy. I mean, he knows fantasy. Now, I realized I forgot to go over a few things. So, backing up a little bit. We're a little scatterbrained. We're enjoying the process, right? Let's look back into this Shannara real quick. Because, let's see. The Sword of Shannara. Long ago, the wars of ancient evil ruined the world in the peaceful Shadyville. No, ruined the world. In peaceful Shadyville, half-elfin Shay Onsford knows little of such troubles, but the supposedly dead warlock is plotting to destroy everything in his wake. The sole weapon against the power of destruction is the Sword of Shannara, which can only be used by the true heir of Shannara, on Shay's last of the bloodline. Rest the hope of all races. Like, if that doesn't get you excited to read it, I don't know what would. Now, if we go back to John Gwynn, and let's start with Malice. The world is broken. Corbin wants nothing more than to be a warrior under King Brennan's rule, to protect and serve, but that day will come all too soon, and the price he pays will be in blood. Envis has sacrificed too much, it seems, but what he wants, the power to rule, will soon be in his grasp, and nothing will stop him once he has started on his path. Varatus, the newest member of a war band for the High Prince, Nathair. He is one of the most skilled swordsmen to come out of his homeland, yet he is always under the shadow of his older brother. Nathair has ideas and lots of plans. Many of them don't involve his father, the High Queen Aquilus. Nor does he agree with his father's idea to summon his fellow kings to the council. The Banished Lands has a violent past, where enemies of men and giants clash in a battle. But now giants stir anew, stone weep, and there are sightings of giants, worms. Those who can still read the signs see a threat far greater than the ancient wars. Where the black sun gains ascendancy, mankind hopes the dream will fall to dust, and it can never be made whole again. Three-dimensional characters. Very good stuff. Now, and we gotta go back to The Shadow of the Gods. Such a great read. Legends tell of a great long ago battle of the gods. When the gods fought, it was a battle so savage that destroyed themselves, leaving nothing but their bones in the broken land of Midgard in their wake. Now, as the whispers of the war echo over the Fjords and across the plains, fate follows in the footsteps of three warriors, a huntress on a perilous quest, a noblewoman pursuing battle fame, and a thrall seeking retributions among the mercenaries known as the Bloodsworn. All three will change the course of the world as it once more falls under the shadows of the gods. That dragon is a god. That's why the whole book is in the shadow of this god. Like, that is just, I don't know how you would do this without a hardback. Like, that is a massive dragon. Like, whoa. That's what grabs your attention. These books, they're so good to read. Okay, we've got a few more to look at. Michael Weishart, The White Tower. Alderaan Chronicles Book 1. And there's a prequel series to this, but it says all that same stuff. It's just as good. Beautiful, shiny color. But, I mean, open a book, read a story. Magic is outlawed. For thousands of years, magic has been banished throughout the Five Kingdoms, and those caught wielding it are rounded up and taken to the White Tower. They are never heard from again. Ty knows he's different, and when the bounty hunters arrive in the quiet city of East Haven, his family is forced to reveal the shocking truth about his magic bloodlines and a secret that threatens not only his life, but the lives of everyone around him, including Lyessa, as the daughter of an overlord, and a skilled fighter. Lyessa will one day be expected to rule. However, when an Avari witch hires a tribe of Northmen to capture Ty, the two find themselves in the middle of a war they didn't know existed. Armed with nothing but his will to survive, Farron attempts what no prisoner has ever accomplished, and vows to escape the White Tower. His only hope is Ray, a gifted healer tasked with keeping the prisoners alive during their Inquisitor's brutal interrogations. Will she be willing to risk her own life for the same chance of freedom? Arian outworked his fellow soldiers for years to become captain of the guard. But his strength and valor alone won't be enough to stop the bloodthirsty creatures coming for his king, or protect the woman he loves from the king's son. And when a sweeping number of the city's outcasts begin mysteriously disappear, he realizes that the threat is closer than he knew. War is coming, the likes of which hasn't been seen since the time of the Coal Hordes. How will humanity fight back? When will those abilities to do so when with those with the ability to do so are being exterminated? Like, I just can't stress enough how good these books are. And a lot of them are series. Like, they just started off. Like, Michael Wisenhart, or Weishart, sorry, Michael, is, I guess, a former screenwriter. His books read like a movie. A lot of these books read like a movie. I mean, it's a book. Open your eyes, imagine, read. Reading's not for you? Maybe try listening. Still nothing? Find the stories. Talk to everybody about them. Now, this next one is probably more grimoire, a little darker. Blood, there's stuff, but The Price of Power by Michael Michelle. Now, this book, it's not for everyone. Not for young ones, probably. It's very violent, gruesome, but If you're in the mood for something exquisite, this world is powerful. There's a prequel world, well, prequel books, not world. It's part of the same world. But anyway, Prince Baradane could not hold back the darkness, not even in himself. He laid an innocent city in its grave and then died a hero. In his absence, war whispers across the land. Power-hungry highborns dispatch spies and assassins to the shadows as they maneuver for the throne, while as even greater threat rises. In the south, monsters and cultists flock to the banners of a mad prophet, determined to control reality and then shatter it. Destiny stalks three to the brink of oblivion. A dead prince that isn't dead. Baradane buried his shameful past in a stupor of drugs, drink, and crime. Now he'd rather watch the world fall apart than wear the crown again. An orphan with a hero's blood who's forced to make a harrowing choice, betray her country or sacrifice her first love, and a powerful seer who has no choice at all, her grandson must die. If any of them fail to pay the price, the cost of the world will be complete annihilation. The cost will cost the world complete annihilation. It's a little darker. Fantasy does get dark. And there's drugs and drinking. I mean, slumming it out. If you don't like adventure, then don't read this. If you love adventure, give it a shot. There is maybe some language. I don't think some of these have language, but this one for sure does. But it's well written. It's a world within a world. Like every time I open a book, it's a different world. This other one I mentioned the last one, but I think it's only fitting to be part of this list. I mean, I could have talked about Aragon, Christopher Paolini, his sci-fi series. Probably one of the only sci-fis I read other than, well, I've read Ender's Game. That was a school one. I've read, what's that other one? I've started Sun Eater. I'm on like book 5 or 6 out of 7. Working on it, eventually I'll get there. But anyway, The Chronicles of the Long War, The Blackguard. This book, The Crusades, feels like Hamlet sometimes. There's ghosts and there's stuff. There's so much going on. There's pillaging, there's Knights of Honor. I think I said this all before. But I am on book 3 of 4. I'm so invested. There's another book of series I'm reading. It's by Donovan Cook. The Ormstunga saga. It's a little Viking-esque, but if you don't mind language, then you might enjoy that one. I'm reading it on the Kindle as I read through this series, The Blackguard by A.J. Smith. There are some books out there. They're really good. Like the more I read, the more I discover, and the more I need to add my stories out there. But that'll be another time. Right now, I'll just get you to read. Read. When the world is pushing down, dark, you're busy, you're bored, whatever you're doing, you're working hard, listen to a book. Pick open a book. Read before bed. It's good to lose yourself in something else. I can't imagine a world without books. Books just make too much sense. Just like football. Go Aggies. Go Jacksonville Jaguars. Pepper Jack Hawk in the studio, signing out.